Okay, before I get started here on the Raw review for this week, I just wanted to take a few minutes and talk about my thoughts about Survivor Stories from Sunday night. I intended to do the video last night, however, I get tired in my old age, so I wasn't able to do such a thing. But this show got off to a rip-roaring start when Zeb Coulter and the Real Americans are coming down to the ring, and Zeb Coulter, Dutch Mantel, who's about 65 years old, he twerks. You could have stopped the pay-per-view right then and there, and that would have been worth the price of admission. Oh God! Worth the price of the pay-per-view itself. But oh my God. You knew right then and there this show was going to be a huge train wreck. But the opening match was the traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series match. The Usos, Goldust, Cody Rhodes, and Rey Mysterio against The Shield and the Real Americans. Why in the world was Dean Ambrose the first man out? No. It should have been Jack Swagger, Sylvester the Cat's favorite wrestler. But it got down to 5-on-2. The last two on the heel side being Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. And you know what? If Survivor Series is known for one thing, it's known for making big stars out of people. Case in point, 1993, Diesel, in one of those Survivor Series matches, he eliminated 4 guys. And that's exactly what Roman Reigns did tonight, pal. The push for Roman Reigns has started. And, I mean, when you eliminate Goldust and Rey Mysterio, two people are probably going to be in the WWE Hall of Fame someday. I mean, that's no small feat there, man. It's pretty damn good. And the fact that they made Roman Reigns the sole survivor in this match, I applaud that decision, WWE creative. Whoever thought of that, they were a genius. That was excellent. Then you had the rematch for the IC title, Biggie Langston against Curtis Axel. This should not have been a rematch. This should have been Biggie Langston winning the title at a Big Four pay-per-view, giving him a signature victory, and sure, Renee Young she got an interview out of Langston after the match. She should have been asking him how it was to win your first singles title in WWE. But instead, the interview we got was something that only Mick Foley would have been proud of, because there is cheap pops galore, baby. He likened his win against Axel to the Boston Red Sox winning the World Series. Wow. And speaking of train wrecks, oh my God, the 7-on-7 Elimination Diva match, oh Jesus. There was more girls on their back than Kelly Kelly on a good night. Not even Kelly Kelly is on her back this much as some of the girls. It's just like, God, they didn't. I mean, there was just pins galore, left and right, and back again. Yeah, it's like they just wanted to hurry this match up, and that's about what they did. And Nikki Bella and Natalya were the sole survivors. Ugh, this was bad. I mean, granted, this should have had a place on the card, but still, this was not good. So Ryback has this open challenge out to anybody on the roster. And you know, normally when you throw in an open challenge, it's a classic case of be careful what you wish for, because you might just get it. And oh yes, Ryback certainly got it. From the returning Mark Henry, or I should say Rick Ross's twin brother. Mark Henry won this match, of course, as he should have. Only problem I had with this, and it's not really a real problem, but it took him about 7 or 8 minutes to beat Ryback. No, it shouldn't have taken him that long. Normally, when you make an open challenge, hell, the match ends up in a squash. The match should have lasted about 90 seconds at the most. It should have been like Ultimate Warrior against Honky Tonk Man at SummerSlam '88. Mark Henry should have won this match in about a minute to 90 seconds. He should have just squashed Ryback like a frickin' grape. But he got the win, and that's the main thing. Somewhere I know Smokey is smiling. Alright then, for the World Heavyweight Championship, you had John Cena defending against ADR. Oh, come on now. You didn't really think that ADR had a real chance of defeating Cena in his hometown now, did you? No. Of course not. To me, it just seems like ever since the breakup of Alberto Del Rio and Ricardo Rodriguez, that ADR just seems lost to me. I mean, it's just like his character is just bland. There's nothing to him. I mean, at least when he had Ricardo, he had a reason to watch. He had a reason to watch him, but Cena defends as he should have. He defends his title as he should have, and that's all you can say. Okay, then you had the match that I was looking forward to the most on this card. You had CM Punk and Daniel Bryan against Luke Harper and Eric Rowan of the Wyatt family. And you know the IWC or the YWC or whatever the hell you want to call them. Oh god, they sure had to be jizzing in their shorts on this one. But you know what? I expected this to be a much better match than it really was. I mean, don't get me wrong, I thought this was a good match, but it just wasn't a great match. To me, this just wasn't a pay-per-view quality match. I thought it was more of a match that it could have been the main event of a Raw, and it would have been a good main event for a Raw, but this was a pay-per-view match, and it's one of your big four pay-per-views, so it kind of didn't live up to expectations for me. Even though Punk and Bryan won, which I thought was the right decision, at least they didn't make the Wyatt family look weak in the loss. Alright, then you get to what the main event was. Randy Orton and the Big Show for the for the WWE title. Oh, you had the Authority out at the beginning of the show, and then you had Randy Orton in the back earlier on when he's talking to Charles Robinson, Little Nate, and trying to use his influence in that. But oh man, oh my god, this match was just god awful. And this was the main event of your show. Well, sort of. I'll get to what the real main event was here in a minute, but there's no actual interference in this match, although Triple H and stuff come out there and along with Kane, and Orton wins off the distraction of Big Show and hits the RKO, and then he went for the punt, but oh my god, it's like a swing and a miss. But Randy Orton retains as he should have. But then you got the real main event. Oh, I can't wait for this. John Cena's coming out there, and him and Orton are having a stare down, and oh my god, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get this. It's gonna be title unification, brother. Oh my god, this is gonna be positively epic. The only way this could be more epic is if God's the special referee. Oh, brother. Oh my god. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. Yeah. Oh my god. What a way to end the show. Even even though the show as a whole was not very good, I think it was one of the worst Survivor Series in recent memory. But oh man, just the fact that you're gonna have John Cena against Randy Orton in a title unification match. Oh, that bumped up the show for me.